Good morning. So I decided to do this video because there's not a lot of owner videos for the Reflection 278BH by Grand Design. So I wanted to just kind of do a real quick one for this. A lot of the stuff you can see on dealer websites and whatnot, but this is the 2021 Grand Design Reflection 150 series 278BH. We bought it back in May. You've got your standard, storage up here. Not a ton of space. I mean, if you want to do solar, you can do that. One of the big selling points for us was the turning point hitch, because we have a Ram 2500 mega cab with the Ram boxes, and so we really couldn't use the slider hitch setup with this because part of the kingpin would hit the bed rail. So the turning point makes the fifth wheel option work for us. So the 278BH, you've got two 30-pound LP tanks. You've got unobstructive pass-through. On that side you have your wet bay. It's kind of a mess right now. We just got back from using it for a long weekend. You've got the awning that runs most of the length, a little bit that you don't. Of course, your outdoor speakers. And you've got your entry point, and we'll go in there in a minute. You've got your, Cree 3000 suspension, good tires. The ground control 3.0. We're probably going to raise that. You can undo those bolts and move it up a little bit. Not a lot of stock ground clearance. And some of the RV parks you pull into have a weird little hump that you got to go over. And we've scraped it once, and luckily it didn't cause any damage. This was a big thing for us. We like to cook, and so you have your outdoor kitchen. You've got a little refrigerator. We use it for sodas, waters, adult beverages, butter, that kind of thing. With this port right here, we usually store my wife's Keurig. And you've got a nice little outlet right there to plug it into, and it fits perfectly. Comes with your little camp stove. We don't use that. It's too small. We're a family of 5, 3 boys. So we don't use that. We put a table right here, and then under here-ish is an LP connection, and we hook up our Blackstone. And you got your ladder to go up. We have a pirate flag that we hang from ours. It's mounted or pre-wired for a backup camera. This was a huge selling point for us. You've got this big, huge area for storage, and since Grand Design put the 50 amp connection here, we just store all of our power. Here we've got our all of our cords. We've got an extra cord, an extra 50 feet, because sometimes the pedestal is way up front and it doesn't really work with this rear spot. A hitch that we'll never use. And then like I said, we use these power command hook. This is made for like a broom or something, but it works perfectly for hanging those connectors on. There's our Blackstone. We got a bunch of chairs, a table. You don't want to put a ton of weight back here. You don't want to be too back heavy, but we keep quite a bit of our stuff. And then you've got the back of the refrigerator. This is the only slide. It's a dining room and the refrigerator. And you've got your hot water, which so like I said, we bought this in May of 2021. We took it out twice, and the hot water never worked. We did a long trip, we took it out 3 times. A long trip to Utah, which was amazing. We recorded it, it's on the channel. Hot water never worked. Luckily, the campground we stayed in had really good showers. So the Monday after we returned in July, I think it was like the 19th or 20th, something like that, the dealership called because we had a piece of trim inside that needed to be replaced from delivery, and so we told them about the hot water. So they took the trailer in on Monday. We just got it back October 8th, I think it was, so like 2.5 months later. It was ridiculous. But you know, it's that kind of thing right now. You know, everybody's got trailers, everybody's taking them in for service. So anyway, here's the wet bay. You get the Nautilus system, super easy. You've got your cable connections and whatnot. We don't really use those. Dump tank system, super easy. Your one-touch controller, which is handy when the controller up front here, right there, decides to like freak out for whatever reason. You just go in here and reset it. And then your other LP tank. So that's the outside. You got these cool little drain spouts all over the outside for runoff. That's your black tank and front gray tank, and then your rear gray tank is right there. That one's a little sticky. Might have to do some maintenance on that. But yeah, that's the outside of the 278BH. We really like it, and we'll head inside and check out. Oh, forgot. So you got another spray port down there, so you can hose off your kids and dogs or whatever. I'm probably just gonna do like a cheap small shower towel rack thing. The steps have a light under there at night, and the awning has a light. So there's lots of lights out here in case you get, you know, dark and it's scary or whatever. We've got an outlet and TV connections. You also have outlets in this pass-through, which is handy. So we'll go ahead and go in, turn on some lights. So this is the inside. The slide's not all the way out because we're parked in front of the house. Don't want any crazy Glendale drivers to take out my slide. So starting off, all those shades are closed. That's how we travel. So, but the view is pretty good from the dinette set and the kids' bedroom. Not a lot. I mean, there's windows in the master, but it's not great. I mean, there's not a lot to see. So starting here, I guess we should start at the control panel. So you got your control panel. You can check battery, fresh tank, black tank, gray, 1 and 2, ceiling lights, tank heater, water pump, water heater, awning and step lights, porch light, and your slide control. I'm guessing this is just a standard they use on all of theirs, so that's why there's so many slide and awning cutouts. You've got some storage up here. It looks like there's something up there. I'll have to figure out what that is later. And then you have a mirror and this love seat, which actually folds out into a bed. We don't use it for that, but it's an option. You've got this pass-through, or this storage here, and another on that side. Lights here, a cabinet here, little storage place there with an outlet. Lots and lots and lots of storage around the kitchen. Sink, stove, microwave, all works really well. If you're trying to light the stove, and it might take a second for the gas to travel, especially if it's the first time you're lighting it, the first time you go out, or not just the first time, but anytime you go out, that first light might take a few minutes. You got the TV, which works really well if you're in a campground that has, you know, power and cable and internet or whatever. It is a wireless, so you can connect wirelessly to the internet. These are the biggest storage areas in the kitchen. We use, I think, these 4, maybe 5 as kind of like our pantry, and then we do silverware and some other junk in there. Pots and pans fit nicely in there. I don't know what we use this one for. I guess it's just storage, decent storage. And the sink storage goes under and then over, so there's actually quite a bit of room in there. I mean, even this cabinet, which doesn't seem like it would be that big, it's pretty deep. And what I'm probably going to do for a lot of these cabinets is build some shelves, some nice shelves that'll match. But you know, just that's one of the problems with RVs is they don't know, the manufacturers don't really know how much space you need. So they just make it how they think, you know, whatever. So there we go. So I got the light on. You got double, sorry, it's kind of dark in there. Double bunks, queen, I think they're like queen size or something. They're pretty big and very spacious. The kids like them. We have 3 boys that sleep in there. Each one gets a drawer. And then in the wardrobe, sorry, I blocked it with my finger. This opens and it's like a hangy thing. But we put one of these in there so that there's more storage for the boys. Alright, and then there's a TV back here, but we don't do that. Kids don't need a TV in the room. And then you've got your freezer, which is gas and electric, which is really handy. We usually turn the gas on the night before we leave. And then, you know, get it nice and cold so we can keep food and then we can just go. That's like, for me, it's the best part about having a trailer is you can load everything up the night before. And then when everybody's ready to go, you just go. So we bought that chair because this is not comfortable for me. I'm 6'1", and if I sit on either end, I bash my knees on those. And then if I sit there, I'm trapped. So I don't like to sit there. So I just pull that guy out, sit about here, and then we've got boys and my wife. So it's actually pretty comfy for everybody. And then you've got storage under there, and then these cushions are reversible. We like that one though because it's easy to wipe off. And with 2 9-year-olds and a 12-year-old, it's real nice to be able to wipe stuff off. All right, so then we go upstairs, and there's a light down there. Oops, sorry, there we go. This is where the bathroom is. We've got a medicine cabinet, not super deep, but it works. And again, I might put another, you know, shelf or something in there. You got your sink, some drawers, and a cabinet, and another cabinet, and then the shower. And you've got this cool little skylight up there, shower door. Make sure that is latched before you travel, or else it'll shatter. And we absolutely love this thing. So it pulls out on this end and retracts, but you can dry your bathing suits and what have you. Though if you're a decent sized individual like myself, you're gonna want to not have that up when you take a shower. And once we got the hot water heater working, holy cow, it was amazing. And the bathroom's got a manual crank vent with a fan, electric fan, so that's nice. The one in here, in the kitchen, it's right there. It's a Max rain fan or something like that, and it is really awesome. Like if it starts to rain, it automatically closes. It's completely electric. It's great. And then the master. So like most of these days, you know, the bed opens, lots of storage. We use that a lot. It's all right. Again, it's messy because we just got back from a trip. You've got a window over here and a big window here. Storage. And then you've got a pretty decent size area here. This is where I put my clothes and stuff. And then I'd scoot back, but I'd probably fall down. And while that'd make a good video, the wife's at work. Nobody to call 911. All right, I'll try it anyway. So she gets all those. So she's got 4. Then I've got this guy. Works out well because I'm taller than her, so I don't have to bend over. And then each bedside, you've got a little manual light and then outlets. And then you've got a USB, right there. And then we have our Level Mate Pro, which is very handy. I strongly suggest you do that. Smoke alarm. And then our map. So this is what we've done so far in the handful of months that we've had it. So can't wait to explore more of the country and make more memories. It's been a lot of fun. Just can't talk enough about the overall quality of Grand Design compared to some of the other ones. And I'm not going to sit here and badmouth Keystone or Coachman or any of the other competitors, Jayco, whatever. I'm sure they have, you know, things that they're really good at. I just like the overall build quality of the Grand Design trailers. And like I said, we love this thing. We're not full-timers. We're like weekend warriors, or maybe extended weekend warriors, I guess, because we like to do 3 and 4 days. But you know, if we were to ever go full-time, this probably wouldn't be ideal with our family size, just because the pantry's small, the fridge is small, so we would have to go grocery shopping a lot. There's not a great place to store dirty clothes, so what we end up usually doing is we put a laundry basket like that in the shower, and then if you have to take a shower, you take the laundry basket out and you know, do your thing, and then you put it back in there. So it's kind of annoying, but I mean, I haven't really seen a good remedy for that. And one of the cool things, sorry, I know this is, but all these are slam latches, but these are the stickers of where we've gone. So pretty cool. We've enjoyed it, really enjoyed it. I think if we were to ever go full-time, we would probably step up to like a 311 BHS. We'd have to get a different truck, but you know, whatever. Or a big Momentum toy hauler. But anyway, those are different videos. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about the Grand Design 278 BH, please let me know. All right, have a good day.